Friendly fire is in play back here at King of the Hill Blacktop between Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, two of the Boston Celtics' star upcoming players. We're about to figure out here who's gonna run the franchise for the next decade. Whose team is this, right? Who's gonna be the one hoisting the trophies? Who's the one gonna be leading the huddle? Who's the leader? We'll figure that out tonight, right here at King of the Hill. Justin, what do you got for odds?
Tatum comes in as a 2.5-point favorite, over/under of 18.5. Tatum minus 190 and Jaylen Brown plus 160. So we've called both their first-round games. Tatum absolutely dominated Fred VanVleet 11-5, using his size to his full advantage. Well, I thought Jaylen was a little underwhelming. He beat Trae Young 11-9. That was a pretty close one from start to finish, but we kind of both thought Jaylen would dominate that one a little bit more than he did. So I'm curious to see how he matches up against Jayson Tatum. I like Tatum in this one. Where do you lean?
I like Tatum as well. I mean, I'm sure they run against each other in practice every day. I'm going to assume they're on different sides. Maybe they're not. Maybe the strategy from Brad Stevens is to always run them together so they don't treat it as competition, that they are kind of teammates. Maybe we're seeing that they know what each other are doing here in the first couple minutes of this matchup. I think Tatum's got more moves in the bag. I think he has a little bit of size on him as well. It's going to be really hard for me to think that someone out there can beat Jayson Tatum in a game of one-on-one unless you just are one of those pterodactyl players of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis. Just the bag of tricks is significantly deeper. Jaylen's a great offensive player who can create his own shots as such, but I will take Jayson Tatum in this matchup for sure.
Yeah, it's been a defensive matchup so far. Back-to-back buckets, finally, both on the board.
You know, I was unimpressed with Jaylen against Trae as well. I don't know if the artificial intelligence of NBA 2K has caught up with Jaylen Brown yet. He just kind of seems like a very standard player in terms of what he can do on the court. I think he's a little bit better in real life than they make him out to be in this game. Granted, Jayson Tatum looks like Kobe Bryant out here. just as I say that, he hits him with the Kobe, the to the left hand, drop step back to your strong side fadeaway. That's from the Mamba Academy. But Jaylen Brown's got moves in real life. I think that's it right there. That little buddy hop, one-footed step back is where Jaylen lives. But I think he's unfairly getting reputation amongst fans and viewers outside of Boston as a guy that just kind of runs from baseline to baseline and stands in the corner and shoots threes. And the only reason why it would be like that is because he's got Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, and Jayson Tatum on this team, who you would figure would be initiating the offense before Jaylen. So just as a result of the philosophies of the team and the priorities of who's on the ball, I think Jaylen Brown is unfairly categorized that way because he has really ascended to be a talented, promising offensive weapon. And there's a good reason why. Oh, did he just run off the ground to himself?
Let's go.
Somebody's super tired of the scouting report. I like it.
All right. I see you, Jaylen. I see you. Yeah, I think both these guys are a little underrated in this game, honestly. Jayson Tatum comes in at 88 rating. We talked about that last game. It didn't quite account for his recent scoring advantage. And Jaylen Brown at 85 is both a little underrated, honestly.
I will say that Jaylen Brown has very sneaky hops. He's in the sneaky hops club. And when I say sneaky hops, I mean he could just be dribbling, just dribble, and then he just elevates out of absolutely nowhere and just dunks someone into Middle Earth. We've seen it a couple times, and even on his missed dunks, he has some of the best missed dunk compilations on the internet. And that's a tribute just to his athleticism because he gets up. I mean, up, especially on some of those tip slams. And he's proven to be clutch too, so I'm not going to doubt.
All right.
I thought he was going to attempt to do the Spida from And One mixtape when they put when Spida does a dunk and then he goes up under his legs and he puts his legs over his shoulders and hangs on the rim.
Right.
There's no technical fouls here in King of the Hill, so please, by all means, feel free to talk.
About as even as we've seen, 6-6 so far. You know, they're playing really, really well together. Yeah, really close to call.
In all honesty, this should be close. It should.
Yeah.
Jayson Tatum may be a better player across the board, but these guys practice together every single day. They know exactly what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to overtime at all. That's why I think I took the over in this one.
All right. Trading buckets.
I still think Jaylen went off the asphalt to himself. That wasn't even off the backboard. That was a bounce to himself. That's a big miss. And that was a big boy rebound from Jayson Tatum.
Yeah.
That was a 50-50 ball. He's going to get this.
Oh, need to get that. He had him boxed out.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Big block.
Getting the crowd pumped. Jayson Tatum playing for the fans. Celtics fans are watching this as the two pieces that Danny Ainge just went full Gollum from Lord of the Rings on. Just refused to trade them throughout the years, knowing that they would turn out to be this good. Guess you got to give them some props because I think they have fulfilled expectations and all the high standards that Danny Ainge kept them to. Because there was a couple of seasons there where you're like, dude, you're not trading these guys for Anthony Davis. We're talking about Anthony Davis here. And to be honest, to see how good we've seen these two become, probably wouldn't do it either. It's a lot easier to play. Be driving the car from the back seat, right?
This one's staying even, 8-8 so far. Gonna be a close one.
Jaylen wouldn't dare, would he?
I don't think so. Need that.
Tatum needs a bucket. He really needs a bucket.
There we go.
That's a tough finish and a perfect release. I think he has a little bucket icon, which means he specializes in tough buckets. Not sure if that's accurate.
Ooh, we've seen a lot of dunks, layups in this one so far. A lot of buckets around the rim.
Not a whole lot of defense, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wants that spot. He wants that spot. He wants the free throw line extended at all times. Oh, good defense. Oh, is that a bounds? Oh, he had a bunny for the win.
Wow.
I would consider this, I know it's numbers-wise, it's not that big of an upset, even against the spread and stuff, but this would be a big upset in my mind just because Jayson Tatum is so good in this game. Now he's got the, oh man. Jaylen Brown making the Sweet 16 would be a big deal for me.
Oh no.
Game, man. Tatum's out. And he,
wow.
And he, you know what? To be honest, he looked like he should be out.
Yeah.
That's the great part. That was no fluke. That was no Cinderella upset. That was a hard-earned W by Jaylen Brown, holding Jayson Tatum to 9 of 17. Shot selection was poor, and Jaylen Brown got the high percentage shots and finishes to get him this W.
5 dunks for Jaylen Brown. Did his work in the paint.
It's the story of the game, my friend. Efficiency.